Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, we're going to go over the team that I'm using in order to fight the event dungeon that we have going on right now. That's kind of like part of the Rayta banner for Charlotte. So we do have kind of like, we got used to, we have the Charlotte event dungeon where we have the hero herself that we can summon for. And then we also have the event dungeon where you get pretty much a certain currency every time you farm, and you are shown over here the heroes that get the special boost. Now the reason why I believe this one's really good, and the reason why I'm personally doing it, like I mentioned in a previous video, if you go over the event shop, right, the one that's behind me right now, if you go over the event shop, there's some cool stuff in here, right? One of the things that I already purchased is the Iwered Flame Relic. So if you do have her, I do believe 100% she's totally worth going for. Then again, if you have Ain and you don't have her Store Relic, it's one of the best, if not actually the best one, because when you do the damage build for her, the Storm one is the one that can do more damage in in total with her third skill, with her passives and all that. Plus, we have the Legendary Memory Stones, Rosier's Memory Stones could be good getting, and obviously if you want to get this one as well, go ahead, plus rate up. So all in all, it's a really good event when it comes to shop. But when it comes to farming it, you might be like, you know what, I don't really have the heroes for it. I don't have Charlotte, because I personally didn't pull for her. I suggested for people none really to pull for her. Maybe I don't see it, but I don't think she's worth summoning for. And I said, you know what, let me give it a shot, and I came up with a really fun team that's pretty free-to-play friendly, right? I'm using only rares, so no legendaries, and I'm actually beating stage 6 of the Inside the Ruins part. So I said, you know what, let me make a video on it and share the team that I'm using with you guys, right? So pretty much the team that you're gonna see me using over here is the same team that I used from the first stage, right? Now we do see from the beginning that most of these, everything that we fight over here, right, they're the storm element, right? They have this one, so you'd prefer to get fire ones, but you might not be able to do it. However, let me show you the team that I'm using, and pretty much let's look at the bonus again. So we have Charlotte, Vivian, then we have Rosier, Ralph, Anguish, Cormac, and then like the uncommons, which Amelia's the only one that I don't think, Gwen and Hector. So you kind of have, if you don't have the legendaries, obviously if you have the legendaries, bring them in because they give you more currency, plus you might be able to push further. But I just personally went with Rosier, Ralph, Anguish, and Cormac, right? Pretty much 3 of the 4 are built, right? I don't have Ralph built, but the other 3 are pretty well built for me because I'm using them on my account. They're pretty amazing almost everywhere. I even forgot to, I did some summons recently. Look at that, I even forgot to do some Chivalry for her, so let me just do that right now, because why not, right? I'm one away to getting her Chivalry 8 to enhance her a little bit, but pretty much this team works, and it's on stage 6, right? It's not the best stage, obviously, because the best one is going to be stage 10, right, where it gives the best currency. But if you cannot quite get there, then you're good with stage 6, right? It does scale a little bit, I think, with the higher stages you do, the more stamina, or actually I think it's the same, I don't remember exactly. But if you cannot push to the highest one and you have just the heroes that I'm showing, stage 6 might be the good one for you, right? And you can use exactly the same team. Now, if this one's a bit more complicated for you, I guess you could just drop some of these ones. So for example, let's say you cannot quite survive, you need a bit of survivability, I'll just drop Ralph, even though he gives a good boost, and bring a healer. If you have Vivian, 100% Vivian will replace Ralph in this team and you're good to go. But I'm pretty much using 3 damage dealers, and then Ralph is kind of like another one that he has no build, right? He has no gear on him, it's just, or actually he has some gear on him, but he's 5-star, he's not quite specifically built. The other 3 ones are really, pretty decent build. Cormac I was using as one of my main damage dealers before, so he's obviously pretty decent build. Then my Anguish, he's built for the sake of Gorgos and any other spot when I need a solid damage dealer for when it comes to dots. Then Rosier, she's kind of like in a mixed build, right? I'm using Rosier in Gorgos, plus some Forbidden Dungeon when I need her, but pretty much there's 3 damage dealers and a Ralph in there, right? You see that this one's looking pretty okay. I can do pretty decent damage in there. I can survive a little bit, especially because, people like Rosier, she keeps herself alive. And also, this stage in particular, they don't hit as hard, right? Or maybe my people are just really well built. But This stage honestly doesn't hit as hard. It's funny, I don't remember her actually provoking. This is the first time I see my whole team being provoked, and it might be one of those cases where like, oh, I'm showing you something and it fails, because that's how it happens sometimes, right? Showing you something and then this decides to fail, but it looks like I'm okay. Pretty much the carries in here are gonna be all three of these damage dealer. Ideally, you would want Rosier to go more often because she's the one that's strong element. She's the one that can also have some AoE, right? When she does her third skill, she has a chance to proc the ultimate like that one. See, she does that, and then boom, she does an AoE hit, and there we go. It's a pretty fast team, right? 3 minutes and 45 seconds because it's 3 times speed, so that's 1 minute and 15 seconds. We get ourselves 1,140 of the currency. That's pretty good, right? Pretty good. If you look at the damage stats, you can see it's pretty balanced. 42% Cormac, 20% Anguish, and then Rosier 37%. And obviously Ralph, nothing but, like I mentioned, Ralph is mostly in there for that boost. I could argue I could just go and build Ralph and give him a Vigor set, right? Just so he can generate more Vigor and make him tanky, but you know what? This team works for now, so I'm not gonna touch and change it. Now, let's look at the builds that I have on each of these people. So, Cormac obviously is maxed with skills and with passes on his Frost Relic, because that's his best one for damage. He is Chivalry 9. Actually, you know what? He's Chivalry 10 right now. Then if you look at his build, he's running a critical rate attack and then a Strife. Obviously, you want Strife because that's the best damage one. You can see he has 2.6k attack, 74% crit rate, 44% crit damage, 14 pierce, and then 31% hit accuracy, right? So pretty decent build, but obviously I would love to have a lot more. Sorry, he has 3k attack, 2600 is the defense. He does scale from some defense, so if you can give him some defense, it's gonna help you when he procs this passive over here, right? When he attacks all enemies, deals damage based off of attack and defense, but also from his Frost Relic, if there's enemies alive, he scales off of that, so that can be helpful. However, that one's only with Chivalries, keep that in mind. The next one, Anguish, again maxed out, almost fully maxed the Relic as well, passives maxed out. He's Chivalry 10 because he was the first one I invested my rare memory stones in, as Anguish is just a monster, I just love him. Then if you look, obviously his Relic is maxed. If you look at his build, he's obviously specifically built for doing damage over time. So he's running Elemental, Countersec, and Corrosion, right? His total stats, you're gonna see almost 3k attack, some defense, mostly HP and attack speed, because I don't really care about his actual raw damage, he's more about the dots. Then you see he has 36% effect accuracy, but he does put effect accuracy on himself from the passive, so you don't need it as high. And I have a ton of effect resist because I think I just got lots of those as substats, right? It just so happened that I had a ton of effect resistance substats, and that's the pieces that I have built, and that's what I used, right? That's what I had, so that's what I used. Pretty straightforward. Then Rosier, she's in a kind of a mixed build, attack, accuracy, and corrosion, so she's doing raw damage but also dots. That's why you're gonna see her stats are gonna be like 4.3k attack, really low on the attack speed, some crit rate, high effect accuracy, so she lands her bleeds, and then, you know, some pierce, some hit accuracy. Like I said, she's a mix and match of everything. That's her user for now. Ideally, I guess for this, you maybe would want to have her just full damage, right? Just full on damage, do as much as you can with that third skill, and then get it over with. When it comes to her build, again, she's fully maxed out as well. 6-star awakened, Chivalry, as you saw, I just got her to Chivalry 7. That's, you know, pretty straightforward. And then Ralph, like I said, some skill ups in the passive, nothing in his relics. He's running a drain plus defense. Like, I have no idea when and why I put this build, but you can see I have 3-star gear, so I definitely didn't build him for a while. Just some random stats in there again. I didn't even check his gear, I just threw him in the team. He's the bonus for my for the extra, you know, currency, and that's about it, right? So this team, I think it's pretty easy to achieve, it's pretty free to play friendly, and let me know if this one's helpful for you, right? Let me know if this team gives you an idea, if this video gives you an idea to at least try to get, like, you know, stage 6 like I personally did. I even passed stage 5 with this team, right? I even passed stage 5, which usually is the stage that's a pain in the backside. So yeah, definitely was worth it to try this team out because it works, and again, it's only rares. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel to see when I upload next. Use the link in the description and pinned comment of the video to support me as a content creator. Costs you nothing, helps me a ton. Plus, I can give you coupons back that are gonna give you summon, stamina, and gold. So make sure to check that link. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, run. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.